Good morning, guys. I may look a little rough this morning because I'm getting an early start. It's about 7 a.m. I've been up since about 6:20, I think. Ellis was sleeping in his bassinet this morning. Christina decided we needed to change him over last night. He was sleeping in this little swing cradle thing up until last night. Rocker, I guess that's what they call it. And so we moved him to the bassinet, and he didn't sleep well in that. So for the last 3 hours, like I guess 3 to 6, he was waking her up every few minutes. And 6 something, he finally decided it was time to get up and stay up for the day. So he had his bottle. He's now down there on the floor playing, having a big old time. And actually, while I was giving him his bottle, I was looking at things on the phone, and apparently late last night, Christina Grimmie was shot and killed after her concert. If you're not familiar with her and her work, she actually, I think, got her start on YouTube. I've seen a bunch of her videos. I know she was a contestant on The Voice. She was an amazing talent, and it's a tragedy. It's a shame. So make sure to head over to her channel, her Twitter page, whatever you want to. Show your condolences to her and her family. And it just sucks. I'm going to take a little bit of time and rest and recoup. He's certainly in a good mood. He had a little bit of a nap. You all better now? He's been just squeaking and squawking. Just don't know what to do with this camera. Just don't know what to do. He's gonna talk to him? Tell him all about it. We watched a movie together, although he was asleep for most of it. Since we've got Dish, I turned on HBO. Paper Towns was playing. Not that I haven't seen it a bunch of times, but never hurts to see it again. Did you like it? I didn't even see any of it. Yeah. And Mommy woke up. She's calling the pharmacy to try to get Ellis some more medicine. Much, much better. I had a bit of a nap. Let's say a little bit of a nap, meaning like a couple of hours. Had some lunch, showered, shaved, and now it's 2 p.m. and I'm ready to start the day. Oh, and I sleep, Pines. Are you asleep, Pines? Kind of. Thinking about it. It's already almost 4 o'clock. Started getting together all my stuff for D&D, which is tonight. And Ellis is over there taking another nap. He had a bottle and a diaper and everything, was sitting here playing, and then just wanted to lay down. So I laid him down, started playing toys, passed out. Duncan has been making his way through the Good Mythical More archives. Basically, anytime the guys from Good Mythical Morning play a video game, he's watching that. And the games actually look like fun. I need to check some of these out. It's just so frustrating watching these guys play them and not know how to play them. And we are off. It's 4:30. Christina had taken off for a little while to go to the grocery store to pick up a few things. She made it back just in time for me to get everything ready and get out the door. So now I'm going to make another quick trip to Costco. I've got to take back a few things for her and pick up a few things for her. And then D&D. If I can avoid hitting this lady who's out in the middle of the road with her dog. That was an adorable little dog. Had the little teeny tiny legs. Well, I will say, even though today did start out on a bit of a low note, just a very depressing, terrible tragedy, and you cannot say that enough, it does really put you in that mindset of live every day to its fullest. I don't want to get into any sort of argument about gun control and violence and stuff like that. That's not my place to argue, and everybody's going to have their own opinions on it. It's that mindset that anything could happen. Anything could go wrong at a moment's notice, so you need to make sure that you are thoroughly living your life to the fullest all the time. Tell your family members that you love them before you leave them. Spend time with your kids while you can, because you just never know. While I'm driving to my friend's house for D&D tonight, something could happen. And I completely forgot to turn the camera on earlier, because it was at that point of the day where I was still kind of in and out of sleep. There was a package that arrived very early this morning. Normally when the mail comes, it's like 2 p.m. or something, but it was like 9 or 10 a.m. and they delivered a package. It was another projector, and this projector was $72. And the really cool thing about it is, if it's halfway decent, it's a $75 projector max. I think it was actually 72 or 73 whenever I saw it on Amazon, so it may be even less than that. Let's hope that it's even a quarter of the way decent, not completely terrible. One way or the other, there should be a video up about it sometime early next week. So many videos to make, and I just have to find the time to actually make them. Man, this road is beautiful. I have to take this back road to get out to the interstate. One of these days I'll have to pull out a nicer camera. That's the other thing I keep coming back to. I've made it a point on these vlogs to try to avoid talking a lot about cameras, but we're rapidly approaching that time when the Canon G7X Mark II just released, and it's $699, and it's supposed to be really nice, but it doesn't do 4K video. And 2, the Sony RX100 Mark V is supposed to be releasing, or at least some information is supposed to be coming out on it any time now. They said something like between the 8th and the 10th of June there would be some information available. So I'm really looking forward to hearing something about that, because I love my RX100 Mark I. It's just really too zoomed in for me. 28mm, all of the newer ones, Mark II, Mark III, Mark IV, they were all 24mm equivalent lenses. What I'm really hoping is with the Mark V, if they do release a Mark V, that it's still 24 to whatever zoom range, f1.8 at the widest, with a flip-up screen, and hopefully better internal microphone and an external audio jack. An external 3.5mm jack would be amazing. If they did all of that with a cold shoe somehow and still kept it pocketable, that would be my go-to camera. That would be my, I'm going on a trip and I need to take a camera with me. This is the one that goes in the bag 100% of the time. And as long as they stick the same batteries that they've got for the RX100, I'm absolutely set, because I've got like 4 of those at this point, and it charges over USB. Sony has really hit the nail on the head when it comes to the RX100 series, as long as it doesn't overheat. I know the RX100 Mark IV in 4K mode had a really bad problem with overheating, and it could only do like 5 minutes of 4K video at a time. I know I'm really shooting for the moon here, but I'm sincerely hoping the RX100 Mark V does 4K video at least at 30 frames a second. 4K at 60 would be even better. And I hope that it can do it for at least 15 to 20 minutes without having to stop and restart, and without overheating and burning up. But that's sort of what I'm getting to. I've been using this camera, and in this camera, the Canon Vixia Mini X is an amazing camera. It has an excellent built-in microphone, stereo microphones in the front. So in the car, you can hear me so clearly. In really crowded, really loud places, you can hear me so clearly. It has a decent fisheye lens, which means that I don't have to hold it really far away from me to have everything framed right. And it actually does very well in low lighting, but it doesn't focus on things. It doesn't do any sort of focusing at all. So if I wanted to show something up close and personal, I can't. That's why every single time I show the screen in one of these videos, I show something that I'm working on for work. You can't see what I'm showing you. So while this camera is a really good all-around camera, it's not a really good detail camera. And that's kind of what I would like to have. I'd like something that still has good quality audio, something that has much, much better quality video. I don't necessarily even need 4K or 1080p 60. 1080p 30 would be fine. And I would technically consider going for the Canon G7X, the original one, but it's still $650. I thought I saw it for 400 and something the other day, but I can't seem to find that anymore. Anyway, I'm still going on and on about cameras. I need to pay attention to the road, so I'm going to turn this off. And I'm already back at Costco. That was quick and relatively painless, as per usual. Did the return, got the stuff that we needed. Got a stack of stuff in the back now. Time to head to Don's for D&D. Holy crap, it's still daylight and we're already done. We played D&D, we had a few encounters. I didn't pull the camera out even one time. Delicious food, great friends, time with friends, great time with friends, there we go. But we had to wrap up super early because our DM's wife's family showed up. Our DM lives in Washington, D.C. area, and his wife's family is from New York City and or another country, depending on whatever. And they all showed up, and it's like, oh, we're done now. So we wrapped everything up, we got our experience for the night, and it's time to head home, and it's only like 9 o'clock, which means there's a beautiful sunset right over that way. I'll try to see if I can flip the camera around. I don't know if you can see the colors over there, but look at that. So pretty. You know I say something like this every time we play in D&D, but I absolutely love playing with this group. This group has been together for so long, and they were establishing that right at the end of the session tonight. They were talking about how they've been together. I don't know if you guys know anything about D&D or games of that type, but they've been playing since D&D 2.0, since like Advanced Dungeons & Dragons way back in the day. I joined in the group when they had first moved to D&D 3.0, which is like 2003. So technically I've been in this group, involved in this group, this local area group. I started playing with them when I was still in college, and let's see, it's been 13 years now. It's been off and on. There was a time in there where I stopped playing for a little while, probably around the time when I was playing World of Warcraft a lot, and just all, you know, like I said, back and forth, off and on. But I keep coming back. I keep rejoining the group. I was even the dungeon master for a little while there, meaning like a couple of months, maybe four gameplay sessions, something like that. We're actually coming upon a time where we need a new dungeon master, so we're going to swap around again. And Travis, another guy in our group, the guy who was first to play the Vive the last time we played D&D, he is going to be our new stand-in DM for the foreseeable future, because our current DM is going to be, his wife is going to be having a baby. So congratulations again to them. And hopefully the new campaign, or whatever it is we move on toward, will be loads and loads of fun. And as of the end of tonight, our characters all actually leveled up, and I play a monk, so once my monk hits this new level, I get a whole bunch of fun new abilities, like the ability to add this massive modifier anytime I jump. So if I'm in the middle of a combat and I need to do a reverse complex flip over somebody, I can just add a 20 to my acrobatic score, which is already pretty high, and just flip into or out of a situation. Should be an excellent little addition. But the more important thing there is I have wholeness of body, so I'm immune to all sorts of diseases, normal diseases as well as magical and supernatural, so I can't get like some weird zombie funk or something. Not that it's been a problem up to this point, but it should not be a problem for me moving forward. Hooray, I've made it home nice and early, and he's getting ready to eat something. Looks like he's super upset. Hello there. Are you gonna eat? Super hungry, even though it's like almost 10 p.m. Just food time now.
He didn't have any earlier because he was so sleepy.
Yeah. We're kind of worried he might be on the verge of, if not already has, pink eye, because he's got some crusties building up in his eyes, especially while he's sleeping. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that and probably taking him to the clinic tomorrow, see if we can get some drops or something for him.
You like that?
Yummies.
You like to squash?
Not sure about that, Mom.
It's good. Open.
Yeah, I don't know.
Open. Squash. You've had squash before.
He's gonna think about it. He's had his last bottle of the night. He's in just the best little mood. He was just sitting here smiling at me and talking to me, although he's got the hiccups. Yep. You feeling good, but not sleepy. He slept entirely too much earlier, so he's probably gonna be up for a while. And that is, I think, officially that. I've gotten Ellis to bed, Christina headed to bed earlier, and I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap things up. I've got about a dozen emails that I need to respond to. It comes in waves. It's like all of a sudden I'll have 10, 15, 20 companies emailing me. Usually it's USB charger, Bluetooth headphone, Bluetooth speaker, or on a rare occasion it's something that's just absolutely ridiculous and amazing. Several of the ones recently have been amazing, so be on the lookout for some videos about those things in the very near future. I'm gonna definitely have to get back at it as soon as possible, and I'm very much looking forward to it. Even though today was a bit of a lazy, laid-back day, I had a pretty good one, so cannot complain. As always though, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for spending the day with me and the family. We will see you again tomorrow.